welcome to Kicking Back. This week we're asking if Real Madrid are the favourites to win the Champions League. But before we do, we've got a fab little competition going to win tickets to the FA Cup final. Really easy competition. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yep.
Them seats as well.
What have they got to do?
All you've got to do to get VIP seats, Club Wembley seats to FA Cup final, comment on this video who you take with you, subscribe to the channel, you're in. That's it. There's other videos that will be popping up, and then we're going to close the competition and announce a winner on May the 15th. All you've got to do, tell us who you take with you, and you could be going to the FA Cup final.
Manchester derby as well.
Good day out, innit?
VIP seats, I'd love that.
Crazy. Yeah, I know, I'm fuming.
Unreal.
It's in terms and conditions we can't enter, I've checked. So yes, you can find all terms and conditions at 400.uk. Go and check that out. And yeah, massive thanks. But let's crack on with this week's episode. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to our new fancy clubhouse. It's alright, isn't it?
I like the pillows.
There's levels to this. Look at them pillows.
Look at that.
That is these are, we used to hang them up, didn't we?
We did. Custom made.
Relaxing. Yeah. Hours of effort. Graft. There's a Rovers 1, Barcelona, all the major clubs covered. We love it.
There's levels to it.
There's a new look. Hope you like it. We're going to keep evolving and going. We have some fun episodes coming up, don't we, as well?
Yeah. We've got some good news, but
we can't say.
Can't tell you yet.
Keep an eye out, though. And you're going to see us here, there, and everywhere over the course of the next few weeks. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So
did you watch the Champions League final?
I did.
Final? We're not there yet. Not the final. Sorry.
Which year? No, I did watch it. We're on about Madrid, of course, right?
Yeah. Madrid, Bayern.
What? It's mad to me because I follow the championship, right? To see the highest of the high levels.
Yeah.
On the few rare occasions that I get the chance to look at it, I am like blown away by how good that young Real Madrid team are. And in the back of my head, always knowing these have years of growth and improvement in them.
You know what? You've just reminded me. I don't know why I feel like I've got to say this, but my mum always says to me, so are you playing in the Champions League? Obviously, we play in the Championship with Blackburn as well. My mum's always like, so who are you playing in the Champions League this week? I'm like, Mum,
I'd just have her on.
Not that like, time yet.
Yeah. Munich, Mum. All right.
No, but you're right. You know, they've got something about them, Real Madrid. You know, I mean, Bellingham, of course, like, he was a great addition, probably their best addition.
For sure.
And obviously they've got depth with Modric still. He's still kicking. You know, I don't know how he does it.
What a miracle, man.
I know. To come off the bench as well, like you've got Modric on the bench. That's crazy.
It's absolutely wild. Actually, can I ask you, here's one, like, from a player perspective. These players who like get to that later point of their career and they're still performing at that high level, what do you think? Is there any common thread with them all? I look at guys like Zlatan, you know, Ronaldo, Modric. It's like, how the hell do they go? But they all seem to revise their game a bit, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I hope that I can get that far.
It'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Kicking on the bench at Real Madrid.
Madness, innit? Absolute madness.
No, but I think, yeah, interesting. I think Zlatan was always destined for greatness.
Yeah,
he wouldn't have it any other way.
It's one of the last things to go in it, that like goal scorer's touch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the part of it, isn't it? It's really about like, where do you play on the pitch? What do you do? And like, how long does that skill set last? If your game's paced, then come 36, you might not be the same player, right? But for someone who's like just intricate passer, something like that, you know, I think you can carry on. But to do it at Real Madrid.
I know.
Unbelievable.
And I think also we'll forevermore see Manuel Neuer in goal. Forevermore. He'll be in goal till he's 100.
Honestly, he was one of my favourite keepers. I remember seeing him. It was good. He pretty much played in midfield in one at World Cups. I remember because he came out so far. Yeah. But like one of my favourite keepers ever.
But can I just say, I think Bayern's going to do it.
Shut up. Do you what?
I just thought I'd keep that one
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Bombshell.
No, Bayern will do it, definitely.
Right. Okay, so
I just think they're... I don't know. Obviously, Real Madrid are kings of the Champions League, but I hope Bayern will do it.
The two elite squads, aren't they? Like, and when you look at them, I'm just thinking of like Thomas Muller and stuff like that as well, where you think of these old players who still have it in droves. And I'll say this as well, for the actual Real Madrid team, who I do think will go through.
You do?
Yeah, I've got to say that. I look at players like Modric and think they have so much that they can give to these really young players as they're growing. And like when you think of the impact he could have, even without touching the ball, do you know what I mean? That is huge as well. I have to say, I think Real Madrid are my favourites to not just beat Bayern, but to go through and win the whole thing.
It is in Madrid. I forgot that. The next round isn't. Yeah,
it
does help. It does help a lot. But I don't know. Maybe Harry Kane will win his first Champions League, win his first trophy.
Who knows? Who knows? No, wait for England, Harry. Wait for England. We'll get one together. But as well, what I will say is the Champions League, I've always thought, it's full of surprises. It's amazing in that sense. There's always big surprises, and that's one of the things I love most. In fact, side note, but just if we can get this on screen without it being a copyright thing, I'm sure we can't. But my favourite Champions League goal ever. Did you see Gareth Bale's overhead kick?
Yeah. Oh. Was that your favourite one?
Yeah. Because I remember exactly where I was. I remember it's very rare, especially if it's a club that I don't support, that I stood up and went, oh! I lost my mind. I couldn't believe it. I just didn't see it as an opportunity, I saw a ball coming in. I thought, what's going to... It just blew me mind. So
it's always nice to see an overhead kick.
I'm a bit of a fanboy for that sort of stuff, and I do think Real Madrid are going through. How about you? What do you reckon? Let us know in the comments, along with who you'd take with you for the FA Cup competition. Feel free to get that in, and I'll say a big thank you as well to our sponsor, Fibre Sports Memorabilia. So if you don't know those guys, they do amazing stuff. They work with guys like Tyson Fury, Chris Eubank, all the big footballers as well, like people like Mo Salah. They've done signings. They did a sign with Trent Alexander-Arnold very recently. You name it, they work with them. Biggest Man United players, stuff like that. Oh, Man United. No, I'm kidding. But they work with all the big teams. And yes, if there's anybody you want them to work with, whether it's like a signed Steven Gerrard boot, anything like that, you can always drop them a message, and they're very reactive to that stuff. So I definitely recommend checking them out. I've got some good stuff of them, and maybe you will too. You can go to fibresportsmemorabilia.com, or you can find them on social media with all the links in the description below. Thanks very much to those guys. But yeah, so that's Real Madrid. Do you know what? How about this? Your season's over now, isn't it?
It is. It's just finished.
So, record points tally.
It was, yeah. It was a good season.
You smashed it. Yeah. Pick yourself up. Why not? It's good going.
Yeah, it was a good season.
I think as well, because it's like my first season technically working in football, doing the announcing, so it's been mad, and I've learned loads about the inner workings of a football club and stuff like that.
It was not, you know what? It was nice to play at Ewood Park for our last. No, we weren't even at Ewood Park. Do you know what though? We were at Ewood Park the week before that.
Do you not think it's pretty crazy the fact that if you think when we started this podcast, who knows what we was doing?
Yeah.
But. This is actually a mad moment, isn't it? There was a moment where you're on pitch at Ewood Park. I did the announcing for it, and it's like, who'd have thought that? Yeah. Even 3 months ago, 6 months ago. It's madness, to be fair. It's crazy. So, yeah, it's come a long way.
It has come a long way.
I feel like this show's coming a long way as well when I look at the stuff that's coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is. It is. And I think, what did I say? Ewood Park?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did finish in Bramhall Lane as well, so that was good.
That's mad.
Yeah.
They get great crowds as well, don't they?
It was a decent crowd, good stadium.
Yeah.
We have played there once before, but I didn't remember it to be quite like that. It was a good stadium.
What's your favourite stadium you've ever played at?
St Mary's.
Is it?
In England, yeah. St Mary's was huge. You walk in it and it's like a coliseum. The sides just come up it was great.
I get nasty memories whenever I think of you playing at St Mary's, because do you remember that's when I was I thought you were on about Sunderland. I can't.
Stadium of Light.
I get them too confused. I still do it.
It's not too bad. Stadium of Light.
It's all right, isn't it? They're both all right, to be fair. But yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? That is pretty cool. Is that rain?
It is rain.
We're getting used to this clubhouse, to be fair. It's starting to rain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so I guess what I will say before we wrap this one up, because we're only doing a short one this time, and then we're going to crack on again next week with a fancy episode. What I want to say, we are also brought to you, and a very big thank you to these guys. In fact, sorry, that was rubbish. Can I cut? And I'll try that one again. Before we go, I also want to say a massive thank you to Life Lab Supplements. These guys are absolutely incredible. If you're somebody who's looking to either put muscle on, or basically if you have some goals in terms of how you want your body to look, these guys have everything listed on their website in a very specific way so that you can get exactly the effect you're after. Fantastic different gear that they have, and they are always willing to help as well. That's the special thing about them, actually, is the customer service. They want to help you achieve your goals, and that's not something you get everywhere. Some places will just sell you whatever they've got. these guys are actually interested in hearing what you want to achieve, and they are working to make it happen. To that end, they've given us a discount code which you can use to get 20% off your first order. So if you want to go to their website, Life Lab Supplements, you can type in kickingback20 to get 20% off. We'll have all the links in the description. Make sure you take advantage. That's some offer, that, to be fair. So yeah, fair play to them, and thank you very much for supporting us. But yes, that'll do for this one.
You know what I was just thinking? When we was on about Champions League and stadiums,
yes,
I do have a memory of maybe not playing in the Champions League in a stadium, but being, you know, one of those people, I don't know what they call them, the people that wave the flag in the middle, you know, the Champions League ball.
I know what you mean.
I have a memory of when I was like, I think I must have been like 12, and I played for United Academy.
Yeah.
And I was on the pitch at Old Trafford. I think they were playing Olympiacos, I think.
Right, stop.
Yeah,
no way.
Yeah. And I just remember, I completely forgot about it until I was watching the Real Madrid Bayern game last night.
That's mad.
Yeah, I know.
You get that quiet.
I know.
Pretty all right, isn't it?
It was great. It was just there waving the flag, and then I don't remember looking at the players or anything. I was just concentrating on the flag. And
once I remember I was in a hotel. It was Duncan Elsh, if you want to check it out, and and like Man United were there. They were playing. I can't remember who they were playing, but anyway, we only found out because we went into this room that they must have been using for either team talks or something. And there were an Xbox open, and I swear on my life, turns out it was Wayne Rooney's Xbox.
No.
He had FIFA on.
No way.
We had a game.
Did you?
Yeah. Not me and my brother.
Oh.
Yeah, not Wayne Rooney.
Not you and Wayne Rooney.
We panicked when we found out we were Rooney's. We're like, we need to get out of here right now. We had a right panic. But my brother met Alex Ferguson and said he were lovely. And on that note, we'll wrap it up there. But yeah, thanks very much for checking it out. Do enter that FA Cup competition. It's a mad prize with 2 weeks left on that. So yeah, get involved. And yeah, if you haven't found us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere you can get your audio stuff, go and leave us a nice review. That was very much appreciated. And yes, we will be back next week and over the course of the summer with some fun episodes, not just from this fancy new clubhouse, but from here, there and everywhere. So yeah,
keep your eye out.
Yeah, keeping it done for now. But yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy the games this week, and we will see you next week for another episode of Kicking Back. Peace out.